Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Wednesday virtual pub quiz with NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. My name is Meredith. I'm going to be your host this evening. Hi, everybody. Happy 2025. Hope you're doing well out there, thinking about our friends and family in Los Angeles today. If you're there or know anyone there, hope you're doing all right and getting out of those fires. Thinking of you. Rough time, a weird start to the year. Let's kick off our trivia year, hopefully on a better foot than that. Come on over, get signed up for this evening's game. This is the website to come to, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. Once you get to the website, you're going to notice that we're looking for a few basic sign-up details from you, which includes a team name, an email address, and then you're going to find a drop-down menu that asks you whether you are or are not a part of the league. It is our very first virtual game of season 61, which means it is the perfect opportunity for you to get signed up for the league this season. All that you need to do that is say, yeah, I'm in the league, in that little drop-down menu, and then suddenly you are. And we will keep track of your score every single time you play with us in season 61. And then we'll crown a winning team at the end of our regular season. And then we'll wrap up the season with a tournament of champions. Our last game together, it's been so long, everybody. I really appreciate you being here tonight. I've missed you. I hope you had a great end to 2024, great holiday season. The last time I saw you was our virtual championship for season 60, and I do want to give a very special congratulations to We Drink and We Know Things for pulling off the win for season 60. Well fought, tied in the end with 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, but winning with that tiebreaker response. Congratulations, We Drink and We Know Things. So get signed up for tonight's game, everybody. Quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. That is the place to come to. Enter in that team name, email address. Let us know if you want to be in the league for season 61. Here's what we're doing tonight. We are going to be playing 4 rounds of trivia. Our first 3 categories are question and answer style rounds, and our 4th and final theme of the night is going to be a picture round. So clearly that means the majority of this quiz is made up of those question and answer style rounds. And here's how it's going to work. I will ask you a question out loud. As I ask that question, it will pop up in writing directly on your virtual answer sheet at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, meaning that you will be able to see the questions as I'm asking them. Some of those questions may have multiple choice options. The vast majority of our questions this evening are going to be short answer in their structure. Enter in the response that you believe to be correct, and then make sure you click the button that says Submit Answers before your 20-second countdown timer expires. Yes, there is a countdown timer for all of the questions in the first 3 categories of the evening. Keep an eye out for it and always click Submit Answers before it's too late. Let's say that countdown timer is going. You've entered in an answer and you realize, no, that's wrong. I want to put this instead. Please feel free to update your response with what you believe to be the correct answer. Just make sure that you click Submit Answers again so that we have your most up-to-date answer over here. With that in mind, I can see what you all put as your responses. So if at any point throughout the game you have a spelling error or get something just a little bit askew, but you clearly know the answer, I'll do my very best to make sure that if you deserve to get a point, you get that point. If you're just joining us, hi, welcome, happy 2025. Hope you're doing well, staying safe out there. Get signed up for this evening's game by coming to this website, quiz.nyctrivialeague.com is where you get signed up. We're looking for a team name and email address. Let us know whether you are or are not a part of the league. Once again, it is the first virtual game of season 61, so it's an excellent opportunity to get signed up for the league this season. Our fourth and final category of the evening, that is the picture round, which is structured differently than our first three categories of the night, and I'll talk you through it in detail when we get to that point of the game. Before we dive into round number one, I do have two simple rules that I kindly ask that you all abide by here tonight. Rule number one, the most important rule of trivia and life: don't cheat. Don't cheat yourself. Yeah, don't look the answers up. It defeats the purpose of what we're doing here. Let's have fun and don't cheat. Rule two, don't give away the answers in the chat. Always love hearing from you all in the chat. Keep that conversation flowing. Kindly refrain from giving away any of the answers. That is all I ask of you. Outside of that, let's have a fantastic time here tonight. It's your last opportunity to get signed up before we dive into round number one. So come on down to quiz.nyctrivialeague.com, enter in that team name, email address. Let us know whether you are or are not a part of the league. Click that button that says sign me up to play. Let's do it. Our first category of the evening is in the topic of The Butler Did It. The Butler Did It is our first theme. A warm welcome to our 38 teams signed up tonight, from our first team to join us, the Oslo Condition, down to our most recent team to sign up, We Drink and We Know Things 12. Welcome to those two teams and every team in between. Let us see what this first category is all about. Round one, question number one. What actor has portrayed the characters Scar, Adrian Veidt, Rodolfo Gucci, and Bruce Wayne's butler, Alfred Pennyworth? I've got an answer for you all for question number one. The actor who has played all of those characters, including the butler, Alfred Pennyworth, it's Jeremy Irons. Your correct answer there. I got to correct a wrong that I had in our season finale in season 60. I forgot this particular theme we did a few seasons ago, and I will not forget it right now. You have just been Lion King. Yes, sorry, Lion King. I forgot you in our championship, but not today. I remember. Our second question of the night. Here we go. In 1996, a search engine was founded under what name, inspired by a butler character from British author P.G. Wodehouse? This search engine later changed its name to simply ask.com. In the beginning, though, it was known as Ask Jeeves. Ask Jeeves, your correct answer for number two. 88% of you got that one right. Question number three. What Miami Heat small forward established the coffee and lifestyle brand Big Face in 2020 while in the NBA bubble? That NBA player is Jimmy Butler. Your correct response for number three. 56% of you got it right. Question four. Austin Butler starred as Major Gale Buck Clevin in what 2024 World War II miniseries following the 100th bomb group? Name that miniseries. That series starring Austin Butler is called Masters of the Air. Masters of the Air, based on a book of the same name. Absolutely our toughest question of the quiz thus far. Well done to that 27% of you who got it right. On to question number five in this The Butler Did It themed round. In the comics and 1994 movie adaptation of Richie Rich, what confectionery brand, founded in England in 1824 and known for their cream eggs, shares a name with the Rich family's butler? The Rich family's butler, as well as that confectionery brand known for their cream eggs. It's Cadbury. And for the first time in season 61, we have a social on our hands. Everyone got it right. Well done. Our next question in this round, question number six. Gerard Butler is reprising the role of Stoic the Vast in the 2025 live action version of what DreamWorks animated movie? Gerard Butler played the role in the animated series and is coming back as the same character in the live action How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon, your answer for number six. Love those animated movies. Hope this new one's good. We'll see. Question seven. What American filmmaker directed the 2013 historical drama The Butler, following Forrest Whitaker as Cecil Gaines and his 34-year tenure serving as White House butler? I like where your head's at, but it was not Butler McButlerson. In fact, this person's name was added to the title for legal reasons. It's Lee Daniels, the butler. Lee Daniels. Another fairly tricky one, but well done, 32% of you. We've got 3 more questions in round number 1. The butler did it. Here's number 8. The butler Emilio Lopez, played by John Turturro in what 2002 comedy remake starring Adam Sandler, is found to be the true heir to Blake Media? John Turturro played the butler Emilio Lopez in the movie Mr. Deeds, is your correct answer for number 8. If you played with us in our championship for season 60, perhaps you remember what new theme we rolled out for season 61. If not, or if you do, let me remind you, for the very first time in our regular season play, you have just been
How do you do, fellow kids?
Buscemi'd. Steve Buscemi going to pop up in some way, shape, or form every single game that you play with us in season 61. And in fact, he was in the movie Mr. Deeds as the character Crazy Eyes, a friend of Adam Sandler's character. There he is in the corner over there. You've been Buscemi'd. Looking forward to Buscemiing you again next game that we bring to you. On to our 9th question in round number 1. In 2018, a mountain on Charon, a moon of Pluto, was named for what celebrated science fiction writer of Kindred, Bloodchild, and Parable of a Sower? A mountain on a moon of Pluto named Charon. The mountain was named for sci-fi author Octavia E. Butler. Octavia E. Butler, your correct response for number 9. And our final question in round number 1. What M word, term for the highest member of the staff of a household that is used interchangeably as a title for butler, comes from Latin for principal of the house? Do you know that M word? A tough question, a lot of different responses coming in. Maitre d', a popular answer. However, this word that means principal of the house in Latin, Maybe you've heard it. Maybe it's a new one for your vocabulary right now. It's major domo, your correct response for number 10. That does bring us to the end of our first category of the evening. Let's check in with our standings, see how it's going thus far with our top teams. Right now, we've got a tie in 8th place with 8 points between 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks, Team 578 and Team 578. Tied in second with 9 points. We Drink and We Know Things 12, 17, and 69, as well as the Mountaineer, Why Not Zoidberg, and the Quizlamic State. And in the lead right now, the only team with a perfect score, 1 round in, 10 for 10, the Oslo Condition. Great first round, Oslo Condition. So much game left to go. Before we get to round number 2, we do private events. If you're looking for a way to celebrate a birthday or a company outing, we would love to be a part of your celebration. And we can come in person. We can run games virtually. We have all sorts of different quiz styles that we offer. Reach out to me, Meredith at nyctrivialeague.com. It would be so fun to work with you. Keep us in mind as events come up in 2025. Round 2 is in the category of double answers. Double answers. This category is structured a little bit differently than what we're used to here. In this round, each question will have 2 answers, which you will enter in on 2 separate blanks. Each correct answer will be worth half a point. Let's do it. Question 1. The human forearm consists of what 2 bones between the humerus and the 8 carpal bones that make up the wrist? Name those 2 forearm bones. The 2 bones that make up the forearm. For half a point each, the radius is one, the ulna is the other. Radius and ulna. How'd you do? Quite well. Ulna, a little easier than radius, apparently. Our next question in round number 2. Portrayed by Chris Evans and Anthony Mackie, what are the civilian names of the 2 MCU characters who have held the title of Captain America? I'm so sorry their names are not Radius and Ulna. I like it, but nope. But rather, Chris Evans portrayed Steve Rogers, and Anthony Mackie is Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson getting his own Captain America movie coming out this month. A little tougher than Steve Rogers, but maybe after the movie it'll be stuck in your brain. We'll see. Question 3. Which 2 north of the border NHL teams have won the most Stanley Cup championships? With 24 total Stanley Cup wins, the Montreal Canadiens are the number one winners of the Stanley Cup, followed with 13 Stanley Cups by the Toronto Maple Leafs. So we've got the Maple Leafs and the Canadiens. More of you going with the Maple Leafs than Canadiens. We're going to have so many half points after this round. Question number 4. Here we go. On the classic animated sitcom The Flintstones, Fred and Wilma Flintstone have a daughter named Pebbles, and what married neighbors of theirs are parents to Bam Bam? Parents to Bam Bam, it's the Rubbles, to be specific, Barney Rubble and Betty Rubble. Barney and Betty. Barney, 83%. Betty, 80%. Well done. Our next question in this round, number 5, worth half a point each. The top 2 best-selling albums in the UK of the 2010s were both titled with numbers. Name those 2 albums. The 2 best-selling albums of the 2010s in the UK are both albums by Adele, and those numbers are they are 21 and 25. 21 and 25. On to our 6th question in round number 2. The Darien Gap, the only overland route between the American continents, is a 60-mile stretch of rainforest, mountain, and swamps that straddles the border between which 2 countries? The Darien Gap, the only overland route between North America and South America, connects, yes, Panama, and Colombia is the other country. Panama and Colombia. Well done. Our next question, number 7. In chess, each piece has a standard value that helps assess a position on the board. The best known system ranks which 2 chess pieces as both being worth 3 points? The two chess pieces that are worth 3 points are the knight and bishop. Knight and bishop, your correct answers for number 7. Bishop, a little easier than knight. Well done. We've got just a few more questions in this round. Here is question number 8. Harrison Ford currently stars on which 2 streaming series? One on Paramount Plus and one on Apple TV Plus. Harrison Ford didn't do a lot of TV in his career until the last couple of years. Now he stars in the Yellowstone prequel 1923, as well as the Apple TV Plus series Shrinking. 1923 and Shrinking, your correct answers. And this one happened to be my hint of the night. If you all follow me on Instagram, you would have known that at some point this evening, these 2 shows starring Harrison Ford were going to come up. I do help you out with a hint every single time we bring you a new quiz. So follow me on Instagram at Trivia Meredith, and I'll give you a little boost next time around. With that in mind, I do have a note about our upcoming schedule, everybody. Next week, Wednesday, when our game would typically be, I have a conflict. I can't be here. I wish I could, but I cannot. So I leave it up to you, our regular players. I want to know, based on a vote here, should we move the date of trivia next week to Tuesday, January 14th? Would you be able to play on Tuesday? Or should we just skip next week altogether and resume the following week on Wednesday, the 22nd of January? Place your vote. Whichever one has more votes, I'm going to go ahead and do. I'd be happy to be here on Tuesday if you think you can make it. If it's not in the cards for you, we'll just put a pause on it and come back the following week. Let me know what you think. Either way, it's going to be at 8 o'clock in our usual spot. I've got an answer based on the folks who are playing here this evening. Thank you for voting. And our teams here said it was pretty split, but in the end, we're moving the game next week to Tuesday the 14th. We'll be right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com at 8 o'clock Eastern time. So next week, carve out a little time for us on Tuesday the 14th. We'll make it happen. The following week, we will resume to our usual Wednesday schedule. So yay, see you next week. Looking forward to it. Our 10th question of this round, there will be 11 because of that little side quest we had. What are the only 2 elements on the periodic table of elements that are liquid at room temperature? Only two elements on the periodic table are liquid at room temperature. The one that most teams know is mercury. The other one, definitely trickier, is bromine. Mercury and bromine. So many of you clocking in with a half point for that one. Well done to that 26% of you who knew bromine. Our final question in this double answers round. In standard editions of Monopoly in both the US and UK, what are the names of the two utilities spaces? Going to be a little pedantic on this one because many of you knew it exactly. Others of you just saying what the utility is, but not what the name of the square is. So the names of the spaces on the Monopoly board are Electric Company and Waterworks. Electric Company and Waterworks. That does bring us to the end of round number 2. We're at the halfway point of tonight's quiz. Let's check in with our top teams, see how it's going at this halfway point. Tied in ninth with 17, Team 578 and Team 570. 8, tied in fourth with 18 points. We drink, we know things. 12, the Mountaineer. Why not Zoidberg? The Quizlamic State. 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Ooh, here's our first half point with 18 and a half, the Oslo Condition. And in the lead with 19 points apiece, we drink and we know things 17, and we drink and we know things 69. 2 more rounds to go, everybody. Round number 3 tonight is in the category of We Are So Back. BACK is going to pop up in either the question or the answer. Here is round 3. Question 1. Whoopi Goldberg reprises her role as Dolores, a singer who goes undercover as a nun named Sister Mary Clarence in the 1993 sequel Sister Act 2, which had what punny subtitle? Remember the theme, everybody. If BACK didn't pop up in the question, you know it's going to be in the answer. Like the subtitle to Sister Act 2, which is Back in the Habit. Back in the Habit. Well done. 57% of you got it right. Question 2. Back Bay is a neighborhood in Boston that sits in the basin of what river named for a British monarch that runs from Hopkinton to its mouth at Boston Harbor? Name that river. That river that runs through the Back Bay neighborhood in Boston is the Charles River. Charles, your answer for number 2. Question number 3. The 2015 diss track Back to Back by Drake was directed towards what Philadelphia based rapper who accused Drake of using ghostwriters for his verse on this rapper's album, Dreams Worth More Than Money? Back to Back, a diss track by Drake directed towards Meek Mill is your correct answer for number 3. A tougher one. Well done. 36% of you who got that right. Question number 4 in this We Are So Back round. The athletic teams of the University of Arkansas are officially known by what nickname, referencing a feral hog or boar native to the state that is characterized by high, sharp-looking hair along its spine? University of Arkansas are known as the Razorbacks. Razorbacks, your correct answer for number 4. Question number 5. Premiering in 2005, The Comeback was a short-lived HBO series that starred what Friends alumna as Valerie Cherish, a sitcom actress from the 90s who documents her life as she returns to appear in a new show. That HBO series, The Comeback, starred the incomparable Lisa Kudrow is your correct answer for number 5. How'd you do? Let's see. You had a few choices there. 64% of you got it right. Question number 6. A pair of symmetrical indentations, sometimes found on the lower back, is commonly called the dimples of Apollo when found on men, and the dimples of what figure of Roman mythology when found on women? I didn't know this term. We've got the dimples of Apollo and dimples of Venus is your answer for number 6. Well done. Quite a few teams got it right. 64%. Question number 7. Much like Italian biscotti, what sweet German biscuit that was allegedly invented in the 17th century to feed soldiers during war gets its name from the German words for twice baked? Like a biscotti, but German, twice baked is what the word means. It's Zweiback. Zweiback, your correct answer for number 7. Well done. Question number 8. Sometimes used during childbirth, what procedure involves injecting an anesthetic or steroid into the space around the spinal nerves in the back in order to provide pain relief or anesthesia during surgery? That sort of injection is best known as an epidural. Your correct answer for number 8. Almost a social there. Question number 9. What 2024 musical biopic starred Marissa Abella as Amy Winehouse? The Amy Winehouse biopic shares a name with one of her albums. It is Back to Black. Back to Black, your correct response for number 9. And we are on to our final question in round number 3. Centered on cowboys Ennis and Jack, who develop a romantic relationship while working on the range, the 1997 short story Brokeback Mountain by Annie Proulx takes place primarily in what U.S. state? Brokeback Mountain primarily takes place in the state of Wyoming is your correct answer for number 10. And that does bring us to the end of round number 3. We've got one more category left this evening. Checking in with our top teams as we head into our final round. Tied in 5th place with 27 points. We Drink We Know Things 12. The Mountaineer, the Quizlamic State, In a tie for fourth, nope, all on their own, 27 and a half, the Oslo condition. And tied for the lead with 28 points, We Drink and We Know Things 17 and 69, as well as 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. It all comes down to our picture round this evening, which is in the topic of recent HBO shows. In this round, you are going to see 10 stills from HBO series. It is your job to identify the TV series based on the image. Inside of each image, you're going to find a number from 1 through 10, and underneath the 10 images, you will find 10 numbered blanks. Enter in the name of the series on the corresponding numbered blank. You'll have 5 minutes on the clock to work on this round. I'll check in at the halfway point, see how it's going. Make sure you all submit your answers at the end of the 5 minutes. And when we're done with the 5 minutes, we will move on to our tiebreaker question to close out tonight's game. Let's do it, everybody. Please name these 10 HBO shows. Good luck. We are halfway through the picture round, looking for the names of these recent HBO shows. You have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Don't forget to submit your answers. And of course, we'll move on to our tiebreaker question after we go over the correct responses. See you soon. If you haven't done so already, please click that button that says submit answers. Your countdown timer is going to start real soon. I have answers for you all for this picture round. We're talking about recent HBO shows. Image number 1, that show is called The Idol. Number 2, we've got Somebody Somewhere. Image number 3, that is a still from The Sympathizer. Image number 4, that is Mayor of Easttown. Image number 5 is The Righteous Gemstones. Number 6, we've got I May Destroy You. Image number 7. One second. Number 7. That's The White Lotus is number 7. Image number 8. We have Los Spookies. Image number 9. Number 9 is The Rehearsal. And number 10 is A Black Lady Sketch Show. Let's see how you did in this final round. And we've got our tiebreaker question right around the bend. The easiest question of the round proved to be The White Lotus, with 71% of you getting it right, while the trickiest ones were A Black Lady Sketch Show, Los Spookies, and The Sympathizer. Our final question of the night, everybody, the tiebreaker question. As per usual, your tiebreaker is going to have a number as an answer, and your goal as you place your response to that tiebreaker is to guess as closely as you can to the correct number, meaning you can guess over or under the number. In the event that you are part of a tie, whoever is closer is going to break the tie. Here's your question. No cheating. How many total episodes have aired combined of the HBO original series Sex and the City and the spin-off series And Just Like That? The original series Sex and the City ran for 94 episodes, while thus far, And Just Like That has aired 21 episodes. So that means the correct answer for your tiebreaker is 115 episodes. Excited to report that nobody got that one exactly on the nose. Our next quiz, everybody, is coming up 1 week from today. Pardon me, minus a day, as you voted on and are well aware, because it's right here next to me. I will see you on Tuesday next week. So that will be Tuesday, the 14th of January, 2025, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, right here at quiz.nyctrivialeague.com. The following week, we will come back to our usual Wednesday schedule. So I hope very much to see you all next week, Tuesday. Let's see what ended up happening with our scores this evening by heading on over to the winner's circle. Congratulations to our top teams here tonight. Finishing up in 16th place with 26.5 points, Jewel Hand Luke. Tied in 14th with 27, the Rubber Yolks and Why Not Zoidberg. In 13th tonight with 28 points, J and J. In 12th with 29, the Teutonic Titwillows. In 11th place with 29.5 points, never mind, don't look at my fancy butthole. In 10th place with 31, AJ and the Boys. In 9th with 32, Team 578. In 8th with 33, Team 578. In 7th place with 35 points, We Drink and We Know Things 69. In 6th place with 35.5 points, the Oslo Condition. In 5th with 36 points, the Mountaineer. Tied in 3rd with 37, We Drink and We Know Things 12, and the Quizlamic State. And tied for the lead, We Drink and We Know Things 17, and 2 for the drinks, 2 for the snacks. Congratulations to those top teams. If you were a part of a tie, we will suss out exactly what happened there and post the scores over on our Instagram at NYC Trivia League. So keep an eye out to see exactly what ended up happening here tonight. See you all on Tuesday next week. Until then, be well, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. I've been Meredith from NYC Trivia League and Quiz Night America. Thank you so much to Peter and the rest of the writing team for helping to put together tonight's quiz. Thank you to Cullen for making all of this possible. And thank you to Murr and the rest of the Rizio team for creating the software that you all played the quiz on here tonight. See you on Tuesday, everybody.